Hi, my name is Dennis, and it's time to make a real video. I made a few shorts, but this time I want to do a review video because I ran into a problem. I usually do freehand sharpening, but yeah, the water isn't good for my fingertips. I don't know if I get too close to the stone. I probably do. But I have this old Veritas side clamping honing guide that I bought when I started out, and that has a problem. I can't fit Japanese chisels in it. And especially not these small ones, and surprise, the small ones are the biggest trouble to sharpen, or the toughest to sharpen, if you will. Big ones aren't that big a deal, but anyway, everybody seems to be thinking that the Hongdui HT29 is just the new standard, so I thought it's Black November or Monday or whatever they call it, let's give it a shot. So, but because I'm weird and have to test everything, I'm gonna do a comparison video. So first I'm gonna do chisels because I know I have trouble with some of them in the Veritas. Then we're gonna do plane irons in its own video in a few days or something. I don't expect any problem with plane irons because they're pretty simple and you know, there's enough. The ferrule isn't in the way for sharpening and so on, so I don't think there'll be a problem. But you know, we'll make a video. I'll get some different ones and we'll check, and then we'll stop. Yeah, I think we'll do a video with you know, the odd ones, the small ones for the combination planes, and the skewed ones. I don't have any skewed chisels, so you'll have to take the word for it that it can. This one is supposed to do it. This one can't. But I don't have anyone to try it on. Yeah, I don't have that many skewed blades anyway. I think I have 2, but we'll get to that, but not before the 3rd video. So this is the first video in the 3-part series. Well, let's get to it. So it's time to meet the competitors. The first one is the Veritas side clamping honing guide. I used it a lot when I started out. It's kind of clever with these 3 points of contact, but it does have some shortcomings because you have to touch every 3 points or it doesn't work. The blade will skew. You'll probably see it in some of these. And the other one is the HT29 with the long jaws. I bought those extras. So let's get this unpacked, look at the content, and we'll have a look. So it's shipped from Europe, and yeah, well, I think it took about 1.5 weeks, so on. Not that big a deal. So I had my doubts about wanting this sharpening system or not, because it looks really nice, don't get me wrong. But everybody who has reviewed it has only used full-length new chisels and blades, and that's about it. And everybody got it for free. They didn't pay for it. Now, I paid for this one. So you can have my honest opinion, which I really hope will be a positive and good one. Why shouldn't it be? I mean, Hongdui does have a... Let's see what's it... Oh, this is just the long jaws. Let's do those first. Oh, well, it's packaged nicely. This is... I have other things from Hongdui. This is a step up in packaging from them. I don't really see that in any of the other things that I bought. I'd rather have cheaper prices and just a cardboard box. That's fine for me. That's what Veritas does. Okay, well, that's the fidget thingy. Guess you take this one out. And this is the honing guide itself. I did see a review of it on Hook on Wood, but he had something in the other ends too. There was another one here. I don't know. Maybe it's not necessary. We'll see. Oh wait, there's something. Okay, that's weird. There's another one here. but it's not the same as this one. Before we go in too deep, I might just read the manual, because why would you have one of these when, I don't know. But also because this one that goes, that's the top bridge for the, you know, long irons. If it was a replacement, maybe there's two of them and you can choose. Oh yeah, so this one is the one that you slot on there and you put your chisels in, and yeah, it's set up. No? Okay, there's only one. That's kind of weird. Why would you have one that doesn't look... If you had two, then maybe it was to replace both, if you like the look of this better. I don't know. I'll read the manual. We'll have a look. Let's just check this thing. Oh, I do like this one. That's nice. I only think I have one chisel that this doesn't cover. I have a 17-degree chisel. But, you know, that's nice. So, let's get this out of the way. I'll just read the manual. And I'll get back, just to make sure that I'm not screwing things up. Okay, I'm back. So, it didn't say anything about this one, so I don't know. We'll just put it away until now. I kind of don't want to put it on here, because that would look weird. We'll see if it works without it, and, you know. So, let's take this and put it away for now. So, the fidget spinner is really a nice one, but I already know the angles of all my chisels. But just to show how it works, I'll just grab this one. We'll find the thing that I think it is. Where are you? I think that's it. You put it in, do that. If there's no slot, that's it. So, a nice little gadget. I like it. Again, I know what the angles are on my chisels. I mean, they're all 25 except from 2. No, that's not right. 3. But the 2 of them are Mortise chisels. So I mean, this is nice. I really like it. But you know, I already know the angle of all my chisels. We'll see if maybe we'll use it for the planes, for the plane irons. Maybe I have some that isn't standard. We'll see. But it is nice anyway. Oh, what? Is this coming loose? Oh, well, that's weird. Okay, don't use it as a fidget spinner, because apparently these screws will unscrew. So yeah, not for that. Okay. So let's have a look. I don't think the other one's necessary. It doesn't look like it. It does have a few nice features, and we'll have a look at those when we get to them. There are the long shoulders over here. I don't think we'll need them for chisels, but we'll see. You can switch them out by just removing this one. And you also have your 30 and 18 degrees. You can kind of tip these around and have skew blades. We'll also get to that later, not this time. But for chisels, you can use the, what did they call it? Number 2 shoulders, the top ones. And the top ones are the ones that use the plate here as reference. And it has indented points all around. So if you can, that's what you're gonna use. And this one, of course, screws onto this one. It's, I was gonna say kind of like, but it's exactly like the expensive Veritas one. So they have a bridge that goes on top. I don't expect, maybe we'll need it this time, I don't know. The thing is, if you put this on, that's supposed to take the really wide blades. But I do have some Mortise chisels, and they are higher than the 9mm clearance that is between these. So we might need to turn these around. Maybe we'll need this one to keep it in place. I don't know. But we'll have to see. I think you're going to reference on these bottom parts. Otherwise the screw would be in the way. We'll get to that in a minute. But these things we don't really need at the moment. The Veritas is, well, quite simple. You take a chisel. Now I'm taking this one, even though I know it won't fit. But you put it in, you have 2 points of contact in one side, one in the other side. You just put it up against, I'll just show you. This one is just a piece of wood that's fixed to a board. Down there, in there, and you clamp it. And that's it. Very simple, of course, with some limitations. Which, yeah, we'll tackle when we get to them. So even though we aren't gonna sharpen them now, I'm still gonna take a stone and put them on so you can see how it looks. And I also made a chart with the names, the size, the angle, and whether or not the Veritas or the HG29 from Hongdui can mount the chisel. This is just a video to see, do you have any of these? Will they fit? That's it. That's the purpose of this video. So let's get started. And we're just gonna take these really long ones. I don't think they're gonna be a problem for either one, but let's see. This one is at a 20-degree bevel. I guess I should start with the Veritas. That's the old one. So I talked about 3 points of contact, and we're only gonna get one with this one. So it won't do it. If it had the jaws straight up, it actually would. But this one won't. So let's see if the other one, I think we might need those long jaws anyway. So 20 degrees, because that is a long way out. That's a really long way out, actually. Let's just compare this, because that's a long way out. I mean, that's the point for the Veritas, that's the point for the Hongdui. I think it's the width or the thickness of the jig. Well, I have long jaws, so we'll try them if we need them. And we will, because, you know, yeah. So, well, I guess it was a good thing that I bought them. Then we can also see how we are changing them around. So this one, this is gonna go up to 35 degrees, and this is gonna go to 30 degrees, I think. But we are far below that, so we're just gonna take the long one and put in. It's easy to swap out. They are a bit sharp, the edges here. But you're not supposed to put your fingers there anyway. I guess, I think. Am I doing something wrong? Why is that turning? Why is that not? That can't be good. Can you hear it? I mean, why is this shorter than this one? It is. Why on earth would they do that? If you look at this one is actually higher than this one. But how the hell am I supposed to mount it? There were no other screws. Okay, I'm just gonna crank this down, see if we can. No, okay. It's loose. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. We'll try anyway. Actually, oh wait, we might. Oh, next problem. I can't have this there right now. Why can't I have it? This is starting to get a little bit weird. But then again, the other one didn't take it anyway, so. Oh, and this one won't either. I don't even have to put it on. Just look at this. At least not this way. We will try the other sides to see if that will work. But this one is heavily hewed at this end, and that's because the ferrule is actually touching. So, and I don't really think that's going to help by turning it around, because it has to fix all the way in here. And that's never going to get out there, not even up here. Okay, so the long jaws actually don't work, not because they probably would if it wasn't for the ferrule, but yeah. I'm gonna have to say that's a negative for both of them, because I'm so far out, I can't even clamp it with the overhead clamp. So yeah, well, guess that's okay. So that's a negative for both. Now, this one might work because it's a lot longer, if you look at that. So this one is a used one, this is probably a new one. Let's see what we can do with this one. This is also at a 17-degree angle, so that's going to be interesting too, because I don't have that with any of them. And that means we have to crank out this one. Give that a shot. But anyways, it would probably be best to mount it at the lower one of this Veritas one. I kind of don't expect this one to do it, because I'm afraid it's going to touch on the back. And if I move it up, you have to get it further out. But we'll see what this is. Actually, I can just put it on here and see how that is. That is, oh, that's actually kind of close. Does it touch? No, it doesn't. Well, it might fit. But will this one fit? It won't. No, it won't. Oh, god damn. So this one won't fit, so I'm just gonna have to eye this one. Well, it actually does fit. That's where it's supposed to be. Just like this a little bit. Yeah. This one does fit. I don't think I would use it, because nah, I wouldn't. I would do this one freehand. Well, maybe not. You only have to do this once, and you can just put it up against something and mount a block, a wooden block, like I did with all the other ones. This could work. This could work with this one. Oh, we need to try it with this one. We might as well leave the long jaws in, because 17 is further out than 20. I mean, it's probably going to be at least this far out, but I mean, let's just, we can slide it on and see. Oh, that might work. No, god damn. So the jaws, they're fairly far out. They're plenty far out, but it's not even the back here that's the problem. It's a goddamn jig. They need to make us hollow or something back here. But then again, they wouldn't do that for 2 irons. And they are, I didn't expect any of these to take them out. I was actually pleasantly surprised that the Veritas could fit it. But, so that's a win for the Veritas. Now, just to be honest here, I am starting with the the long ones at the Japanese, and they're short, so I actually didn't expect any of these to be able to be fitted in these jigs. This one, there's no way this is gonna fit. I'll just go up, but yeah, no way. It definitely won't fit the Veritas. And it's under 9 millimeters, but I don't see it fitting in this either. It is gonna be 25 degrees, so it doesn't need to go further out than this though. So it's kind of, can you fix it? Well, maybe you can fix it. You can just about fix it out here, so I guess that's okay. But I don't even have to do anything about it, because they might say that it's fit, it will fit, but it's not gonna fit anyway. And even if I put it around to grip the sides, yeah, that won't fit. That it's too high, we're gonna get into the dovetail section. But it doesn't matter that much with this one, because I mean, you have a lot of meat here to reference. So it's really easy to sharpen this one. And it's not like I don't want to sharpen anything by freehand. It's mostly these small ones that's annoying. But no one could do that one. So for the Tsuki, the only one that could be fitted was this one, 20 degrees, 17 degrees in the Veritas. But I didn't expect any of them to take this one. I already know that all of these will fit in the Veritas from the Narex Richter all the way down to the Bahco. But we are gonna try, I mean, these are shorter. No, we're just gonna try them all. And you can just skip ahead if you don't want to watch it. There'll be a conclusion or something in the end. And this is what I really like, because you mount it, 3 points, you can hang it, you do that, you lock it. I'll just set it at the low position at 25. And then the only thing you have to do when it's really narrow blades is you have to sight down here to make sure that it contacts them all. But that's it. No problem at all. So I'm just gonna switch this over, because I don't really see why we would need the big long jaws for this. It doesn't ship with these, you have to buy them extra, so it wouldn't make any sense if you would need those for normal chisels. So, no. Why am I? They made it look really easy on the internet, on YouTube. I mean, there it is. I just need more practice. So, this is the same construction, you dovetailed. You put the chisel in here. Okay, that's really far out, but okay. Oh, that's not far enough. What? Oh, come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Will this work? Okay. I mean, this might work. Yeah, I think it will work. I'm not sure about the angle on this one, because it's not on the actual iron, it's on the ferrule. In the back. No, maybe not. No, I think this is okay. I think this is okay. It's a close one. We'll call it okay. And then it will be like that. Okay, don't they have when you sharpen on the Veritas, you put your fingers up here. Well, it's kind of nice. When you sharpen on this one, what are you supposed to hold up here, perhaps? It's very far out, or is it just me? Well, whatever. It'll do that one. That's a win for both. I'm kind of worried about these ones, because this one is long. Maybe I'll need the longer jaws or something, just to show what I mean. This one was already in the ferrule, but this ferrule is tapered. This one is not. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just talking. That was a 1/4 inch. This one is a 1/2 inch chisel, also Bahco. And in the Veritas, you have 2 positions, low and high, but both reference the flat surface, which I really like, because that one is flat. So, no problem. whatsoever. Yeah, there's a big, just look at these. I'm just gonna put something here. I know you're not supposed to, but I'm gonna make a mark. It's all the way back now. So this is the Veritas. I just have to see with the Hongdui. Again, I do apologize if it gets a bit boring, but you know, skip ahead, find something you find interesting, or just what the conclusion at the end. Yeah, I don't know about this one. See, now we're getting into problems. Or are we? Nah, I think it should be okay. It's just when I look down this, it doesn't look like this one is referencing the top. Oh, it's in between. It looks okay. We'll give it a pass. Oh my god, that's far. It's almost half the plate. So what I meant was when you use the HD29, because this is, if you look at it, this is all the way down here and this is all the way up here. That means that you're sharpening on this part of the stone. But if you use the Veritas, you have a lot more of the stone. Of course, something will be lost, that you'll have to switch sides and so on, but it will be shorter strokes and you will have to take more of them. It might not be a problem. Anyways, both can do that. I'm just rambling. Ease of use, that you can judge for yourself. Also, these old Bahco ones aren't that much used. They used to be my father's, and well, it was just for light work. Again, no problem. And there really shouldn't be with this one either. If it can take the other ones, there shouldn't be a problem with this one. But this one was supposed to replace this one. I was supposed to sell this one, so but we'll see. So I have to get out there. And we don't have to take it off. You can see there's no problem. It fits nicely all around. Just to see, it's not going out. Yep, no problem. I kind of don't expect these standard chisels to be a problem. I just thought you should have an honest review. Now this one, yeah, we'll do it. I might get it. I'll just put that out. So, no problem. This is so much just like the other ones we just had. It shouldn't be a problem in this one either. So, come on. There you go. And yeah, I think that's fitted quite nice. Doesn't move. Yeah, that's fine. Next one. So that was the beater one. Both could do that one. That's 20 mil. So this is a 1/4 inch Narex Richter. A really nice chisel. So let's have a look at this one. I don't see any problems with this one because, you know, I could fit the other one, so why wouldn't I fit this one? Yep, there you go. And, I don't think this one will have any problems either. Let's put this one. I don't know if I would just make something and just butt it up against it. I think it's quicker. Oh, these move as well. I guess they're supposed to. Do we need the long jaws? Ah, we don't. Yeah, that's what I thought. See, the ferrule is too big, so we can't get it in. Let's just see how far. We can't get it in at all. It just won't reach. So you can't do 25 degrees with this. And if you can't with that, then you're supposed to do the jaws down here. I don't like that. Now, these are tapered that way down. So if I put it on and reference on this plane, this won't be 25. You could say, is it really necessary? And well, maybe it isn't. But I won't get it out there anyway, because I won't be referencing on this. I will be referencing on this one will get in the way. I'll show you what I'm thinking. To get it out here, also because these are dovetailed, the sides, so they don't even register on it. They would just skip. Let's try it. See, I can't even fix it down there. Maybe we'll try the other sides. Maybe that's what they're for. Yeah, that's probably why. They're a lot higher, so I think that might be. Maybe it could be the inside we should be referencing, it's called. And I might also get ahead of myself here because I just remembered something, but we can take that now. You don't have to get all the way out to that one if you take the bottom part, because there's a line. So the 25-degree line goes there. So I probably only have to get around here. So I might get around this by fixing it down there. But I have to get this close. So 25 is... Nope, I can't get it. We hit the ferrule. How much can we get? We can get there. So how much is that? So I should be able to fixate this. There. So we can get 29? 28? 28 degrees. But you could do that with your chisels if you wanted to. No, it's not secure. I'm gonna give it a negative on this one. It is the smallest one of them, so it's fair enough. But I would sharpen this one in this jig. No way. I could print something in plastic that would keep it better in place than this one. So yeah, no, that's disappointing. Yeah, sorry about rambling, but that's kind of disappointing that it won't fit. I'm kind of worried about the rest because they're about the same length. I don't see any reasons putting them through this one because it could fit these. These would be even easier. So there's no point in doing that. But I'm going to put it in this one. I might take the biggest one just for reference, but let's see this one. I might as well try it in this configuration when I have it set here. This should be a bit longer. 25 degrees is, let's get it up. This is all the way up there. No, I don't think it will. Come on. 25, actually maybe. Yep, that's it. Nope. Okay, we'll see the other way around, but this is not. Actually, I'm gonna take the rest of the Narex Richter ones. now that we have it set up for it. I mean, I don't even have to check the length because the problem is the hold on it. Yeah, they can't. But, no, I'm gonna take this one again. I totally forgot about this face up here. That's gotta be it. Oh, maybe not for this one. No, not for this one. But this one. Yeah, that might do it. And we just have to find that 25. And just about now. Almost. Come on. You can do this. You're supposed to be the new standard. Maybe it's because I don't have it. It can't fit. It won't fit. It might fit in the other side jaws because it is wider, but it's not longer. So okay. The problem is actually these screws. You know, if they didn't put in the bottom part and the screws were small, it might fit. But it's a long stretch. Let's check this one. This one is definitely wide enough to fit in here. So let's just check that one. Yeah, this one should be okay. So I tighten this as much as I can. I wouldn't call it secure, but it can work. I don't really know about that. I wouldn't put chisels in this one, especially not these beveled edge chisels. If they weren't beveled, it might not be a problem. But I have some of those, so we'll try. But I mean, these should be able to be fitted the other way around. So I'm not even going to try these because they have the same bevel, so there's no point. Just flip them around. I mean, it must be an oversight because Narex Richter chisels is supposed to be, you know, they're kind of really popular. So why would you make a jig that can't fit them? Also, it has to be easy to use a jig or you won't use it. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Maybe, come on. It's almost there. No, it's not. See, it's the furl again. It can't get there. This one can't do any of them. That's a negative. And since the Veritas can do the smallest one, there's no problem with the big ones. It's the small ones that's the problem. This one is a bit bigger, so it's wider, so you get further up the ferrule before it's a problem. So they might just work. Yeah, they might work. Yeah, I think this one works. Just now. Yeah, it works. So you can fit from the what's that? Half an inch can be fitted and upwards. Yeah, I don't know why, but I will take these for good measure. But I don't expect any problems out of those because they're bigger, so it shouldn't be. So yeah, no problem at all. Let's just fit the last one for good measure. We'll try it in the Veritas as well. Again, just for good measure. It is a bit chilly in the workshop today. That might be why I'm fumbling a bit. But this one will fit. That fits quite beautiful. Yeah, no problem. But it's supposed to replace this, and this has no problem. I don't know. This one is a bit thicker, so if there were a problem, this might be it. That's why I'm checking it. No, problem. Lots of clearance. So, yeah. So far, if you have a blade that is under 3/8, that's about 10 mil, and it's Narex Richter, I wouldn't. This one can't take it. I just can't fit. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. You can show me. This one isn't a problem, but that's because of the shape of the ferrule. Oh, middle part going into the handle. Whereas the Richter ones, they're tapered quite heavily. And yeah, if this had been lower down to the stone, it wouldn't have been a problem. I don't think so, at least, because you wouldn't have had to go out here. Maybe you would have to go here instead if they knocked off a bit on it. Yeah. Before we take the Mortise chisels, which I don't think any of them will do those, because I think they're about 14 mil high, so this one does 9. It's supposed to do it in this configuration, and we might just try it. But before that, they have this feature where you can just slide it around and it jumps into place. It has actually it has 4 points. So you set it to 25, you flip this, and you do a micro bevel. And they are all up about this being so brilliant, and I don't know what. And I don't know why, to be honest, because I don't sharpen my chisels to 25 and then go, oh, I just sharpened it, let me do a micro bevel. I don't. I put this in, and I have a piece of plastic I put in, and then that's it. And that might just be me, and of course you can do several indentations here, but you have to remember which one for which chisel or blade or whatever. And if you have a lot, that's a lot to remember which indentation they're at. You could of course just try it and, oh, that wasn't, and then the next one. I don't know. For me, this is, I probably won't even use it. The thing is that I have a lot of Japanese chisels. And the Japanese chisels you don't do hollow grinds on, and you don't do micro bevels on. And the reason for that is there's several, but I'll give you my short one. This short bit down here, that's the hard steel. This is soft steel. Japanese steel, Shirogami number 1 or 2, or Aragami number 2, I think they're called. They are really, really hard, and they're really brittle. So they put on this soft metal in the back to make them easier to sharpen, but also to absorb the impacts. But they are all designed to be used with the metal hammer. So secondary bevels don't make any sense, because you're sharpening the hard bit. And I mean, they are, especially Mortise chisel and so on, they're just so easy to reference. And I probably wouldn't use a jig on this anyway, and I don't think any of these will fit. But it's 30 degrees, and we're gonna give it a try. This is the big one, 15 mil. That's the width. So, also Japanese Mortise chisels are tapered, slide inwards. I know that some don't like that. I don't find it a problem, but personal preference. So let's see. 30 degrees in the upper one. Can this fit? I don't think so. It won't fit in the lower one. I don't even have to try. Yeah. No, it doesn't fit. It can fit around, if I change the angle to, I don't know, 32 or 33 degrees, it would fit. But it won't fit in this one. I didn't expect it to. It hits the wheel. Or actually the steel bar. And for this one, it isn't as wide, so it might work. We're gonna change these out. It doesn't fit that way. We don't even have to try it. We have to switch these. And because it is beveled a little bit, I don't really think this will work, but I'm gonna give it a try. And what I'm talking about is, it's only this little part that's gonna be touching. And this is slightly tapered, so I just think it's gonna pop off. whenever I touch it. And it's not like I'm grinding, but I do want it to be secured. And I do think we're actually in now. See, the problem is now we're referencing this surface and this ferrule. Now on Japanese chisels, they are supposed to be in line with each other a fair bit down. So we are gonna give it a shot just to have a look. Okay, this is unexpected, but the problem is the screws. The screws are what's holding them. Oh, well, it's actually in there. No, it's not. Okay, the screws up here is actually touching the metal, so it doesn't even close the gap. I don't know how to show you. We can take this off. As you can see, it doesn't even touch over here. But then again, I didn't expect this, and if it worked, it would be nice. It doesn't, so who cares? None of them do, so. So this won't fit in here because it's gonna have the same problem as this one. It's the same height, and it won't fit in this one either because it won't fit. That said, I didn't expect them to because they are quite, high. So, and they're easy to sharpen. So no biggie. Now we're actually getting to the ones that I wanted this jig for. And that's the Japanese chisel, especially the smaller ones. We're gonna start with this. It's a 12 mil. It's called a Shinogy Nomi. In essence, it's a Japanese dovetailed chisel. I like Japanese chisels, so let's try it. I haven't set this up or anything. I haven't even fitted the ferrule or anything. I'm gonna try it in this one, but I don't expect it to fit. That's kind of why I bought this one. I'm not. I don't think it will fit in this one right now, though. But we will try it. So, if this one doesn't fit, the smaller one won't fit. That's why I'm taking this one first. So it needs. I mean, if this is 30 degrees, maybe, but this is 25. So if it was 25, I might get it to fit, but yeah, it won't fit. And this won't fit either because it's the same as this one, just small. I'll try it. I'll do my work. Not even close. Not even close. So these won't fit in the Veritas, but I already knew that. So I mean, just for fun, I could see if we can mount it down there. But the thing again is, this is very tapered, and it's just, I don't know. Let's try it. I just want to see if it can. It would have to be in the bottom, though, I think. None of the other chisels have secured. No, it's skipping off. Can I even fit it in between there? I could. Okay, we're gonna give that a try. So I can fit it, but the angle is whatever, I don't know. And we have to get, because it's 25 degrees, we have to get it out there. It's not gonna happen. Not even with the long jaws. The ferrule is getting in the way. And we don't even have to check the rest because they won't fit in any of these. Oh, maybe. We'll give them a try. I have to do it. I said I would. But these two won't fit. There's no way. That's kind of annoying because that's one of the reasons I bought this one. This is the big one. I'm gonna try it. These are different shapes. One is Western Japan, and this is I think this is Eastern and this is Western. I don't know, but they have a different shape on them. I might just edit a lot of this and just do it quick. And you can just stop to watch. Now, this, just look at this. That's where it's pausing, and this how far it's gotten out. So this is not gonna get anywhere. Of course, we could just pop it in the top one, but I couldn't get it further out than this, because if I did, I'd have problems with the blade skewing, and I don't think this is that good. In the other one, we're at, I'd say 35 degrees, so it won't fit this one. But let's do this one. So it's not going to fit in those. We might as well turn these around. Well, actually, it might. Let's just... They already fitted, so let's try it. I'm actually going to try those two, just, you know, because... Yeah, okay. So I need the long jaws for this one. So I'm going to need the long jaws for the last ones too, so I might as well just remove this one out of the way and change these out. So, what do we want to try first? I think I'm going to go for the beveled one first. Just, I don't like these are loose, but I don't know. It might not be an issue. Maybe it's just me. And, oh, of course, I probably have to take this one all the way off. I think this is, I mean, there's a lot of parts. I think it's gimmicky. So far, this one has done what this one has, just better. And this one is half the price of this one. And this one is cast steel and steel and steel, and this is aluminium all around. I don't. Maybe this is brass. It is, but the rest is aluminium. Okay, it's not gonna fit there. No, it's too high. We might as well turn them around. We need the other side for this to work. It may work. Maybe it will. You never know. I actually think these screws will get in the way. Okay. Can get it out to there. Oh, come on. Bastard. No, I won't be able to get it. Just let's see how far out we got it here. The problem is if you look at the angle, because this is heavily tapered. This is just not gonna be anything, and there's nowhere near. Yep. So that's a no-go for both of them. I'm gonna try the big one. If that doesn't work on them, the small one won't either. And it's pretty high, and I needed to go into the bottom one. It's not gonna work. But I already knew that. That's why I bought a new one. I could get it to around... I actually can't get it to around there. There. That's it. So, let's see. I think that's around... If it was 30 degrees, this one would actually fit it, but it's not. It's 25. So... This one won't fit the last two. Now this one. There's no point in putting it in these. Is there? I can actually just... No, there isn't. It won't. It will only go to about here. So we need to fix it here. Will that work? This has a very flat side, so that's why I'm testing it. To see if it's different than the other one. Could get it to here. It's not seated pretty well. No. So I can... This has flat sides, that's why I'm testing it. But they are a little bit tapered inwards, which also means they don't sit well. But it doesn't matter because I'm nowhere near the 20... Oh, actually I am. Whoa. Maybe I should give this another try. go to there. Crank really hard down on this one. And the angle is definitely not 25 degrees, but let's actually see what the angle is, because we can. This one, I think. So we can mount it. And the angle is about 28, 30 degrees. 28 degrees. So 28 degrees is possible with this one. Oh, no. As soon as you put a very light amount of pressure on it, it bubbles. It can't fit. It's... yeah, so... oh, that's kind of annoying. So, that's the end of the chisel test round. And the winner for this one goes to the Veritas. And the funny thing is that it is half the price of the Hongdui. And well, actually, if you have chisels that are, let's just, I have a tape measure, just 2 seconds. Sorry about the, and you need at least, oh there it is, 10 centimeters of wood on them. If they are under 3/8 or 10 millimeters across, that's about 4 inches, little up, little above, or they won't fit in the Hongdui. So if you have that, buy something else. I don't know, otherwise. It's not like it doesn't work, it's just, I think it's finicky. Maybe because it doesn't work with what I got. It doesn't work with the Japanese chisels, unfortunately. I guess I'll have to make a jig for that myself. I guess I'll try that, see if I can. I do have... I mean, I could just make it out of wood just to see if it works. I'll try that. Anyway, this is the end of round 1. So far, I really like this one. But then again, I don't need it because I already know what angles my blades are at. This, you know, thing where you can set micro bevels, it's okay. I mean, I have these and I just have a piece of plastic at my sharpening station. I put in, butt it up against, and I'm done. You don't use it at the same time. If I wanted to do something like that, I could just take 3 different sizes of plastic. I mean, it's that simple. And then people would say, oh, but it doesn't get lost if it's built in. But this one isn't built in. These aren't built in. This isn't built in. This isn't built in. So, yeah, take it for what you will. I am going to do plain blades as the next one. I think that's going to be a clear win for the Hongdui, because I do know that... oh, clear. I know this one won't fit it. And it's a funny thing because it's a Veritas, but the iron is cambered too much. So, other than that, I don't know. We'll see. After that, we'll do the special plates, which is going to be the 3rd one. Videos, because this one is already over an hour. Or we'll cut it down or speed it up or something. I also know spoke shaves won't fit in the Veritas, so that's going to be... I do think that's going to be a win too for the for the Hongdui. But we'll see. I do have some different planes to choose from up here, but I also have all those over there, so we should be good. Anyway, thanks for watching.